Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Even Mami Sammy Honor, Nami share Sammy. Someone is of the view that our leaders have failed over the years. No, Nama Yemobi Cracker, who here say Beko a country like South Africa. Na Wamwatete, yes, sir.
So the question maybe says any pan say America for British, Germans, Italians, Canadians, more Ghana no. Is it because their government has failed? It's just a simple common sense question. So be why dream no and I'm doing sir. Obiasi fie, a very posh house, mansion. Ukoma, Nanyama, my fie exotic, swimming pool, everything or. It was what me sorry cause a weekend. You mean that me there? Me kwabri.
Yeah.
Me koketa.
Yeah.
Me ko Cape Coast.
Me ko fianyingbe.
Me ko adentia. Does it mean say a dan e worketa na papa sen ni fie?
Dabi.
Omunyansa ofom.
Some are living for tourism purposes.
Na me brother Yasmo kan no correct. Yes, we can blame them for lack of education. Because we be our follow South Africans who follow Mukakra, we say yes, despite the fact that South Africa is one of the most developed in terms of infrastructure, road infrastructure on Konoban. It means some answer of them. Microphone because pure, sir, almost big black Nigeria, say big side house.
Big Brother Africa.
Big Brother Africa. So almost blended. We share Ghana for, we share Nigerian for, we share South Africans for, we share how they behave. Any CBO, more knowledge about things that me say more lack a lot. And then I would also me opa young African continent and then you say we catch us so a Afrobeat, I'm a piano, Ghana high life crowd here. Say yeni akra a memory about me so mumpe, me. I'm a piano no. Kone ko tie from A to Z. So be finance ababi wo mu a. Ya de sakeke. Ya de sakeke. Nyansa bi anim.
Zam.
And wo hwe omo a omo mpebre.
Asem na waka.
Yes, omo mpebre. Most of South Africans, omo mpebre. They want to enjoy life.
Sir, upbringing no.
Yes, see. I bring in no home. They want to enjoy.
But Sammy,
despite the fact that South Africa is one of the most developed countries in Africa. Crime rate. Very
high.
Yes. China for Ababe shops, retail business, factories, Ghana. Oko hono mo ankrofo be na hu so mo adwuma ho Ghana for. South Africans Ababe adwuma ho Ghana ha. MTN e nyina South African companies. Oko ho a ankrofo be na hu so mo adwuma ho Ghanaians. Americans, British, Italians, Ababe restaurant, Turkey,
KFC,
Ababe restaurant, Oko ho a ankrofo be na hu so mo adwuma ho Ghanaians. And the identity and now call South Africa. Now call all these businesses, retailers, name Kronba business or who more South Africans, but who other foreign nationals or mere blacks. Because they are lazy.
They lack, I don't know. Is it something like Isaka said? One more lacking or more lacking
Nyansa lazy, you see? And said your kind lack of education. The South Africa is phone baby omu free ni baby omu bedu a. And Ghana ye country a. Ka South Africa nko be ma visa free.
Understand say say no omu say ana.
Enya no the visa free ni kran sa anya enough. Osenka akodu we Ghana ni na akodu South Africa. Osenka baby abeda ye ma free residence accommodation.
I know what to be that.
Because Ghana, there is no country in the world or Africa I bought South Africa for more maintain or more independence than Ghana. There is no country.
I see.
Contribution of Rollins. A year the boy.
Yeah.
When him say South Africans or one Kasan crop for leaders are no more fighting against a apartheid. Because of that, some of them were banned and to a more passport to Kwame South African passport to Kwame. Ghana no more buy way back Kwame Nkrumah peso. Ghana near Ghanaian passports at the Mawomo and Omutimi to Kwame. Echo other countries, echo mobilize support. Ghana, yet to me, my South Africans, by me issue Ghanaian passport at the Mawomo said they will make me travel outside their own country to go and mobilize, do mobilization to fight a apartheid. Ghana, Nigeria, and Nobia. They don't know. Na CSC empamon crofwa MTN a South African company regional headquarters wo say Ghana for Alan Crofo say Ghana for timid. Ghanaians are not timid. Ye civilized. Ye near bie ye near te. Now no say South Africa almost some attacking Nigerians. What did they do? Now Nigeria force what tears him.
Yeah.
Omoko ShopRite. They went to MTN offices. Ghanaians, yes, sir, not because we are scared of them. Yeniate, yenie bi enim nyansa. Because anye bi MTN, wa baby adwuma. We Ghana for kwa employ mo cha tax e ma ban. Goldfields is a one company. South African.
South Africa. Yeah.
ShopRite, South African.
Yeah.
Anglo Good. South African. ABSA. South Africa. Multi-choice DSTV and now on Sam George no much. South African company. Does it mean say Pamo mu free ha? Yentimi take over. Now come back na Faso. Mining companies are na year France for dia a year to a Tuari a Pamo mono. A man take over.
Yeah.
They are managing it. Many companies are na France for Musako or mono take over mu year juma.
We are working.
Oko Russia. Now no omni Ukraine for share to kwase Europe yes or mo ban no mo so ban no crop for sake o no companies are here Europeans they o mo fi on no o man take over.
Yeah.
We can take over. You want in the phone betima take over MTN Uchina. Anglo enekra de Ibrahim ama me hu say mining na aka aye hu no kra Ghanaian can do and do it better.
Now last week I was on the stretch now me shakasa engineer and planners
yes.
here be one day kwa kas
yes
yeah, the mine yo tracks akesi bi o baburu by 200
Ghanaian can do and do it better. Bwane bena Ghana for South Africa here. Ana Africans say what South Africa here. Na so when nyansa African countries in na Africa can the name. South Africa. South African age na African continent. Catcher and say he doesn't want to see any African. Completely what Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Complete what Jimmy.
Na won say you me twa
say one can say person be hu obi a on free South Africa manumu including Indians. Including Europeans. Name person be hu nua bibini. I will be bibini asase so.
Who do South Africa? The Indians, the Boers and the I think the Chinese.
Yeah.
I dominate one those.
I didn't know Monsako. Stephen
Kasembe. It is because they've lived with them.
So they see them as there's even more than you.
African countries.
Off to Africa.
Sebi broni ehwe bibini nane ni tuntum nti ompenase mo a ye fe ni racism. Na se bibini no ankasa gina ahwem no hwe no ho na o se ompe ono ane color. Ompe ono ane trinua eno se be friend se. Uye bibini ti South Africa. Ka che se umpese obehu African e wo South Africa.
it's
without Ghana, South Africa, mine independence.
No, they be.
And education in it says and also you made mention of South Africans being lazy. What I'm saying at the end of every month, one more card be on the coach in our banks. Now, edges can I you
unemployment benefits.
You be 40.
They program them not to think. They program them not to think because Omufri said, Africa, South Africa, we have everything. Your good rules. Blah blah blah. This is our country. And to move free and Namonko. It doesn't make sense.
But visa free to is it Canada?
Yes. Oh yes. Most European countries visa free.
European countries.
You see, almost a violent streak in their bone. That one you cannot take it away from them.
Okay.
Because of the nature of their struggle for.
That is why they could resist.
Yes. It's a violent streak in it.
The shoots they will come.
But they need Afrocentricity.
But they have Sarafina. That movie.
Yeah.
On the back. Into here Afrocentricity. So, and that will mean that there's a lot of work that we need to do to educate them.
Okay.
So,
I like the way Honorable Samokujita Blakwa, Minister for Foreign Affairs.
We are not to Abem Kakra.
Buy an South African High
Ambassador,
Brah, Yahunyamawe, because any attack on Ghanaian outside Ghana assassin, a attack on all of us.
Yeah.
And Rama won't say Ghana, Abana Musini, Yerakwashi, our South Africa. Also, South African government was a monsoon of Sombra. Being Sembiano and as a person in Asia. But we haven't seen any video. I always say Ghana near or South Africa subject a South African to any form of abuse.
No.
Any video be out from Ghana. Ghana near or Ghana as subject to any South African to this humiliation or any form of abuse. You won't be. So diplomatically, no, share the basic alcohol. A ban critical Ghana for they know what to do. But let nobody sit somewhere and say Ghanaians who move to South African because their government has failed. Because our leaders has failed to develop the country. There's no reason to do it. And Italians, Germans, Americans, British,
But when he said recently, a couple of days ago, I was following a certain news who said England, British, one would say that assassin don't belong to British, and yet Chinese and Arabs and Indians. So what should I trend now? For some years now, Prime Minister of UK, Ubeshana or Indian, we Ubeshana or more of the Indians.
Now, when you say England is one of the countries that has not got indigents, when you say
really?
No.
England?
Yeah, England has no indigents.
So
everybody in England, everybody in England is they are not from England, sir. They are from Omufri Norway, Omufri Denmark, Omufri Norway. Let me just land and now you can come in. Look, they have no indigents. Uko America, indigents near wine, red Americans. They from something like that. You refugee
Black Indians, Red Indians.
Red Indians. Uko Australia, Omi Aborigines.
Yeah.
Uko UK, Omu Nibi. 10,000 years ago, they're island. But it had a very fertile land.
Okay.
Until na Scandinavia for no. Ombe. Who's England? Where the ninja? Many Muslims where the ninja crack. England, where the ninja miserable.
So what I know is it's sure to be at any time.
Anytime. Until no be until.
Yeah.
Until Ombe do. Some Ombe no muya no muya day. Muta no moko. And I Omuya okay would stay eventually. And over the years, they have been invaded by several countries. Roman 4 baho. France 4 baho, Saxon 4 baho, so Jaggerno, one about, and everybody who came stayed. So that is how come England became popular. So England has no natives, it has no indigents. Everybody in England is an immigrant. It is just when you go
like
there.
America.
No, I'm Red Indians.
There are no second
Germany.
Oh, you're a foreigner. Or no second.
Never me free Scotland. Never me free Scotland. England ni indigens. Inti brafo ni ya omuboa. Omu ni indigens. Oka omu pesa omitie, but omu ni indigens.
All right. But as mami kona na otu dako enche na menena naso enkasa. But before that, mami bisa wo. What Mona soap? Simne what ni dinda? What Mona cream? And I say agbeve bam. Mami ninka jira agbeve bam ne say. Ebia wa ye twuma bre. We peja nyoma. Wa kwa kodo. O drive ni wote se wosisi o wedie eye wo ya me pa cha bombodin se wo dufie nwumre obepe agbeve ba me ne bi na ode atwetwe asresra we tware wie no obetumi adanda ho wo besori anapa na kire se bibia ya wo bie ni ho na ekọ na ne wo mu ne se bi otafrache wo ho no mo a aya ho se nsansa bi oh, razor bumps ni ade na egugu we nemu so skin no me pa cho ma men kamfo Mona soap eni Mona cream no emfa mau obi wado ma de friend nantemu apro pa ekro eni yam kro de se amfere wase dwiba ne nkro no ba mampele oh me pa cho unya we mu bia eye Mona soap bi ana Mona cream ni bia ebebo apa odi Mona soap no fefa baby asa wo hawi wa na odi dware na odi cream no sesra ebema we de ne so aye moton se sebio tafrache akwala to ho endembre ya agbeve wo we o tena honom ama yare hawa na me pa cho fu ni kire mu awo agbeve herbal center ahoye wa yare safie agbebe product de yare beko ebeko one time epacho agbeve Mona soap ene ni Mona cream no ade no reshoe skin na na ye kama na yi wa how bia efiri honom wonom ewon bia pharmacies drugstores over the counter chemical selling shops a okwo na obenya bi ato ane bo ne so eye fefefe enti acne pimples foot rot eczema kodo se ni dwiba ne ye ka hu nyina no onye bia ebeboa na se we dia ye wo ya se de maka ne so na wote ya wo bre adwuma na sefo a na wabo moden wonu sa agbevefo ewo ndro bebre ni etu koko ni esa koko ni honam ya wo ye ifo ni malaria typhoid fever enti fo ni chiremu womu ni echire kura sotum last stop enkan ha na agbeve herbal clinic no ewo me pa cha ofre won 0246 595256 0246 595256 and 0257 997193 0257 997193 agbeve herbal center wa yaresa efie na me ba honum sisi about there was something I want people to know and to understand. Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNET or see them fan to a tiefo ni pensioners ni kanka pensioners that they are all to undergo annual pensioner certification in their birth month. And to say me August 26 year we a pensioner now we call your pensioner certification and no effective no April 2026. Pensioners who were born in the month of January, February, and March, but have not renewed their pensioner certificate will be taken off the pension payroll. Enti mesrao tienie o wako wa hum gem o ye pensioner ebia ye o January, February, and March. But unko renew o pensioner certificate no me pato ko any temp said e be ya wonom enyi wudin emfiri pension payroll ne so. This means that SNET will suspend paying their monthly salaries until they have renewed their pensioner certificate. And Mr. where dear to medica call a SNET for office be a benwo. And now one more mobile app. And also bet me acquire facial verification. SNET branch be a ben will be acquired biometric verification. SNET call location bank. Honsu betimi aye ne yesese we bia wonti bribia se afre 0302 611 622 0302 611 622 enti yesremo pensioners mo mbodi an fresh net for nam no mo nkasa na mo mahum jemu na se koba se sikasem so akwa e basa na eba aba be hadwene fresh 0302 611 622 se sia na honest net for ND enkita ho nana na ti say
Yehowa dum
ugusu ya campaign
Campaign the enshas here. Obekaya and
campaign nya ensha start here.
Directive by
Na
Mustafa Gwandi.
okay.
Deputy Secretary.
Okay.
Ma NDC. Watch that say ye campaign puno.
Oh, okay.
To be say me campaign patcho there be me campaign.
Onye campaign ba wo ba pron kakra.
Me engagement. To follow the words of my brother Sammy Huntor.
Any engagement.
Any consultation.
Any consultation.
Na campaign me Mr. Vetting for.
Usuro.
That's right.
Enti mikra enya wo na we na mikra metina radio so na metina TV so ya mafom.
David send there upo bi asema you can always I just say there's evidence to the effect seminar message.
Oh, okay.
But say be a meeting hey. No be on WhatsApp platform. Who na why na no to that post I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
but
know.
So evidence say no correct me na me share there. But if it da
Deputy Communications Officer. National. Nana Otu Dako. Nana Otu Dako. Not.
That's right. You didn't know Ankasa? Ekasa man.
Not.
NOD for not.
NOD for not.
That's right.
Until a castle being so I know the news. I say, Wajiatu. Why any tikuro?
Where bars? But I'm so secondary school, no name rap. Who's that?
Oh, now I was rapper for the whole Ashanti region.
That's what I'm saying. Mami freelancer.
Oh, Temani been a between me. 1992, 91, and I Temani been February no shimole. I know be me from the whole Ashanti.
Freestyle when you can that thing. Like. Azuni them. We are them. Oh, them would be.
Sammy. Who do Ashanti region in the 90s?
Who stage them is saying?
From MC 15. Ochiami Kwame no Ochiami Kofi any Lord Kenya name dancing for you can ask them.
Ochiami was the MC
15
na MC 15 year the era.
Na 15 year
that was my stage name.
Yeah the era.
Hunter?
Me na friend Black Bush.
Me dey na me rap. Me dey na me rap.
So
that was just by the way.
On the more serious note, I'm say it be a campaign, but let's speak to matters at that point. Now, memo abedwafo abaso, especially Sammy Huntor, Benchia President Mahama, ne Mame Lodina, ne Vice President, Mame Nando Pukwajiman, of course. Omampenia pamfo nyina ne adwuma mo. Na the team na iti Sammy Huntor so yi pa. Na omame rehoe ti me ba na me dwendwen se nti me so se fedie no yimia me amen crofo be pekrado na wo de asisa fedie na no ne mpo se mitimi nya me ho tete na nkasa fedie na nkasa eche me firi mu a eyesa krado no akamia mi ana me pese me shase free ye maame Mary usi nkomo no.
Okay.
Na se Osama makwanya na emre ni bika ba South African sensem.
Okay.
Isa nsem panyifo aka bebre. Me hu, but of course I can't hold brief for ye maame Mary usi. Because me nim somebody na di nkomo.
Yeah.
But me pese NDC for mpanimfo. Pese aban mu mpanimfo ehunu se enye de bia na ye befa ehu ho amene dobe. Sometimes one hwe na de hu komene nkasai e be choki o menim asan kasai no na bekom. So in our political circles e bia na enye wo senior wo tie ti ade de nipa opaso na aba so na emum e bia na your opposition wo. What's that? Me catch it out. Say, ye ba abai mi. Say na nasa make us win your appointment. Yes, you nyabi. Sabi. Ebi akodi do bi ase a. Ene asemfo ne taku bi aba. But enumpo ye gidi say Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah.
Ebi de beba no pa. Ebi de beba wia. Ebi ane kan wia fo no. Ebi krampa ane kan nwumre fo no. But eno nkyere say Sabi yɛn yɛde yɛn sa anwene yɛn manyuku na yɛteme yɛn nya akwanya betena benya so wa bɛ yɛbɛsɛn ade yɛn sa na ya no asɛe saa amanyuku na yɛde yɛn sa no anwene yɛn ɛno nso nkyerɛ sɛ esan sɛ yɛdɔm yɛn manyuku NDC nti sɛ yɛhunu sɛ NDC nam kwan bi so na mu mpanyimfo no bi nam kwan bi so na de yɛbɛkɔ opposition a ma yɛn sekyere yɛse aduasa mienu nka ɛba ne saa mede hu ɛmmene nkasɛe no ba yɛ nyina ni bɛte free na yɛmu no ne yɛ opposition kɛkyere yinim bra yɛ brɛyɛ ansa na yɛgye tumi afiri akorɔmfo atatwi a wafu yɛ mfirisia nwɔtwe atwa mu na wɔn edi yɛn so yɛ mmefoɔ esum ne ewie mu atumfoɔ enkabetire tumi who personalize themselves as bundle of human beings and ebi di yɛ so ɛwɔ man it took voices men of conscience one who kasa yɛteɛ they say owura it is say Samuel Huntor they say kwabena bobi ansa they say na no to da ko ansa na yɛgye tumi we are not discounting adwuma obi nso yɛyɛ ebia uni akwanya sɛ radio nsɛmkyerɛ the point is ne yɛ nyina yɛyɛ no ba benkrom ne yɛgye tumi na saa tumi a yɛgye broni sɛ we must guide it jealously ɛtwɛ sɛ yɛde ani berɛ a ɛbɔ ho ban na mfiri yɛn sɛ MPP opposition one more prayer about power nti atoro ma fara damfo because ɛno no mu ne me pa enyo abua bia bewu a opere nti pempi no person ma na homene so na esi ahenefo na etu ahenefo ehunu mobo for the past year and 4 months in the history of Ghana na mi sa enemanyin fia ma hankura du okuru mi ni besi ne in the Fourth Republic I am yet to place a finger on any government apart from John Mahama Mamua in this space of time. Intimi recorded a single scandal. And yet MPP, I don't know scandal manufacturing company. Making sure say one better try to get a scandal against NDC and John Dramani Mahama. But the more they try, the more they lose.
So we can call NPP SMC.
From Omidino, scandal manufacturing company. SMC.
Limited. Is it a limited liability company?
But in the past two, it's limited. It's guaranteed by shares.
Okay.
Kufu the money share owners. Now SMC also it is Supreme Military Council.
Yeah.
Well, it is a MPP nya de ketewa bia no person so. Now person ya make who say no kra. Wo de hwe owura apenyo marking. Senior or handle cases in parliament. Straight to the point because I'm running home. Enti edi important pa na ma me Dr. Mary Ewusi kan ya amfra. Edi important. You see, the challenge I have in our country is that sometimes we hide behind the curtains of religion. Religion. We make men gods unto ourselves. Because yes, Sabi, me no ko Pentecost, and san ye wade, and san oba you can say. CAC. In fact, Pentecost crowd owura makion. Na ni pa o ne ye adwuma. E ya apostle amuani o TCAC.
Yeah.
Na ye na actually bentu a we yade a yenko hospital na makion yare ko hospital. Ana entam tete. Eti CAC ni Pentecost there. Ye nuanom. Eti there's no way say Sabi, ye bet gina paso na opanyin te say owura nyameche yebu nanimtia. Na emu mpanyimfo say baby e da ho no one fan to a frito. Oh, enti se obi yo hene. So obi yesofu penny. So obi ya amanyo ni penny. Ano ye nsankyere ni kese se Samuel Huntor. Enkyere se o ka sem na nimu a. Ah, how many times na me to da madam for Samuel Huntor. Me ni engage o radio we so. Because se me ni nya dwan me kama dwen kyere no ontimi nya me hute. Ono so ne me nya madwen a ene me nya dwen a. O kana dwen kyere me ntimi nya hute. At the end of the day we are brothers. And we move on. Mira. in the past 8 years of Akufo-Addo administration. It is not so for them say, yeah, the artificial synthetic basket or barrel or whatever, and a baptizing Crawford or Pentecost one.
At the Bosu.
In the past 8 years, Nana Nado Danko Akufo-Addo ye president. It is not so for them say, even 20, if not 30 years ago, I saw na Sabriano in Suensua Kurampo anything. Now we still have churches according to or relative to their religious doctrines. And they still call that baptism.
By sprinkling.
I agree. Churches like CAC, Pentecost, one practice what we call baptism by immersion. Say you do it. Say it's one eternity. Say it's one general. You do two more and baptize it one. Granted, impose say Yesu Christo dieno even though near no hono tronaka say John the Baptist any two new wasutiri mo no say no na ye pe say sorry say CAC say Pentecost or any other denomination religious denomination po say no na ye the position asamu ami bi say 8 years ago 2016 basic 2024 na Pentecost or kwambe no mfaso eboesu because John Mahama bri isu yi ana nsuo no asenti yentimi mo asori masudi a ene in the past 8 years of Akufo-Addo Pentecost amasuda. I'm speaking wearing two caps, first as a journalist and second as the executive director for patriotic journalists against Galamsey. And obi a wedi machibia nim say me kan okura mi nsuro the be kan okura mi nsuro. Some of our men of God respectfully are becoming hypocrites by the day. With all due respect to the Pentecost chairman. Some time back at the Tisanke find a running meet. Meaning say no way Juma no here. I respect that man, I will always respect him, but we will not allow one more in 2016. One more agenda man Mahama call opposition no sans agenda no my biem. The see yebeka. Some of them in appointment. And to be to me friendly by being cast me apologize. And some of those people who do that, they are hypocrites as well. We were here in this country. See, and not in I am penny for friend. Now no to that contest. It is say be a man call it me man to my DNA BC. Now you day. Me na me sim person me so mo. There be no to come another time. And no na day. Me contest no do or die. And your contest when a member come no crash me. This contest cannot redefine me. I am who I am, a truthful character who speaks truth to the corridors of power. And I want to be known as that person who speaks truth to the corridors of power rather than Obi or didn't throw Babaji to me. My conscience will not even allow me. We were here in this country. Anna, Mami Nyusu, Miami Bra Penny, a fellow scratching example. Can't say. LGBTQ plus and your priority. It was against the whole country. I am here to read that apology letter from my big brother for the scratching. I know the Bible, okay. Untoko J. Enti a DNA see for floor. And Kamiako as a Maria Wusidi. Wabukuri. Maria Wusi rather was rising to the defense of NDC. And me, my swear, dear friend, because and you may see Canada, Japan. Over Kaya, Sabi, and you may be according to Canada, Japan at a point. Was sorry, yeah, what defend the MPP. No? In the build up to the elections, they were the same things afraid they no more used to take Canada, Japan. Yeah, I'm a Canada, Japan, make us say what fun one journey. Not make us MPP won't quite know. Then fast forward, a certain Dr. Mary will see. CEO was liberated to office. How many CEOs and number of radio to radio, they defend the NDC? How many CEOs? And young journalists are your friend is a Juma Abokesh Rasua. She moi. Osa de mako enfofo.
She enim.
Quote ya mashe me ko hontom studio ntina meshe.
Okay.
Ana men person me good o mahama ni mu ase. No bia ka se support party no nya. Nti de bia me dress good. Honto so hu na de bia dress. Enyo so kra we. We must dress good. No dey we say ne ma ko
ya se me fusu sene no. Nankada mebo ewura ni fie no. Anko benu ne ho.
Achem president a otimi rent a private jet.
Aye.
$20,000 per hour.
Bra.
I know share Gucci suit. I know they call France, Paris, Gucci Macron. Okoya was here the card don't fair can be in change. And he said, now to a chimney abranti. Now, let's watch his future. Now, Eddie Nacha.
Oh, see, not this year.
Yes, sir.
I am saying, say, Mary, I will see Trasidine whom say. We had a certain regime under Kufado and Abamia for full 8 years. Time like Kufado and Abamia. We had a minister of state. I don't know here quite a break to also Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. In the person of Professor Frimpong Boatia, we MPP need people. And now down Kufuado and Manakwenya. The same person Babontin Bekatre and say the headquarters of Galamsey, Nienti Apra, Wofin, Brem. Any Suswana Kanwa Seno is because a good father in the Busia for at the Jubilee House to Galamsey. It is on record. Say or see the headquarters of Galamsey a Jubilee House and a good father. But you're not possible. Kruma.
No,
no, Niha.
No, Kruma.
Because Waha, as uncle, with Timagana for who say, you never be a more Pentecost for you. 8 years. And the year who say you never be more so. I'm sorry if I'm being tribalistic, but forgive me. What's in no nipa? Penny no, penny bane buy any day. Just 1 year, 4 months now. I find a so for who say, yeah, baby, more soon because in sooner say. Ladies and gentlemen, I am shocked at Miami NDC for you guys. Most of you are a bunch of hypocrites, and I'm sorry about that. But I have to tell you. Say, Mammy, one moment, a defend the NDC.
More fire.
Because, also, you're more fire than from Twazi. Say, Mammy, wait. Say, yes, you're more fire, more fire. Say, Mammy, wait, a defend the NDC. Look, because you are bro, there is an undertone of politics. Forget, Papa, no, or yourself, for I know. But there's an undertone of politics. Say, for 8 years. Now, in any case, is it 2019, 2020? And yet, also, for your meche. And Ogada asofo ati na Akufo-Addo engage them. And call Galam say, "Hey, yedom ko bon swame, ko bon pa me so ani at help me." Bibi says here. Okay.
Yeah.
Bibi says here.
It is hard time.
Or say they should fast and pray.
For what?
For Galamsey.
Galamsey fast and pray.
2020, 2023.
Na Pentecost. Na me sorry CAC. Na your boys way. Let me tell you. When Yankupon see Wahenia, ni pentimi into a henche. Sometimes for fear, Ghana for 2020, they've given to you already. Because already Juma President John Dramani Maham, I did Tibon Koso, Nabakason to Abama NDC. I am worried. Now I am worried that. Nay, yes, me worried, say, Sebi, no crane sembu hodmo akashe. But I'm worried, say, you read comment and sometimes and pen you force to say. Mo aye defend party because party dey defend am na mo because we dey ministers. Bra me minister.
Onye minister.
E di party ne so tena power for now. E just Urade ka President Mahama Kuma. Me a minister. It is some of this defense we are raising because we want to consolidate your grounds as ministers of state, as members of parliament, as government appointees in power. Na say no krewe. Mosi yen kan share. Because of a certain appeal to pity. When you appeal to pity, emotional because of
emotional blackmail.
Yes, because there's a now Pentecost MP before Kwale.
David.
What are you talking about? Pentecost level headed. The likes of Tobinko, the likes of Zoom Live, no one can Pentecost.
Despite.
The like of despites. And yes, when Pentecost, you think they just take decisions, they judge decisions before they make merit out of it. 80, the American Nana say, especially to them, this is grassroots. Mamu mo Beyonce agenda me follow. Munti na mekano. Grassroots president Negasan. Mamu ma MPP. Wasofo bia, wahini bia, whoever mo Beyonce agenda me follow. Sa agenda no setting me follow ye and 2016 you lose the power. Excellent you be say sa a certain John Dramani Mahama ABC 123 e-blocks na kachi. Excellent you be the number of hospitals at John Mahama na Tamils be see ye but na kachi. Na kachi. Are we going to sit down? Na Nkrofobia say set the agenda. Ni die chire. Na instead of rising to the defense of our own, ni e kan mugum. Mudi say no must say opposition. No more bread. When are you going to come to power again? Obi set agenda nti mu 8 years ya tra Ghana ya boasu 8 years ni ya boasu wey na Pentecost boys wey na CS boys wey na praise before mu boys wey enu mpo another waters were milkia today mami fancy today because of the interventions of John Mahama and Ama Kofi Boa. The stability levels of our river bodies. Correpra, corrofing, correbia, correcobra. Na correjuma suma and crofoe. Look, MP Peterson. And I was thinking, says, the name will be there say, and Casofon sorry. Amanu. In Chaco, honorable, Yamicha sorry. Namiami CS chairman, so sorry. Amanu no catch that na Kufa say send him away nti etimi mwesu eti galam say mu nyai obi ankasa Muhammad na nime hare Muhammad na nime hare enye kuro we me ne wo ana bronye ka kire Duncan Williams jija no poto MP before him sorry kasa also for be I'm not saying we should denigrate any pastor me kwa sorry ene me nua frame ya me nua odi machi we you Christo ninti sanka defend so for that be odeni ka say so for the defend no e den ye ketia no obi ye so for no
obi anye no
so for no in NPP time era say obekra excavator mami 2 minutes na me fancy ya wo permit sanka wo jansan wakra they flouted that permit under John Dramani Mahama and the able leadership of Ama Kofi Boa ene untimi excavator ayema permit number 2 under NDC ameno kase yesi what excavators na ba no ya ba trackers ti da na me ka tro bi say Sammy Huntor kwa ebretuom ana wakokwaje concession na parameters no kire say e ho na wo kwakwa ya wo mine ya wo pa ye wadwene say wo free Sammy Huntor kwa ebretuom aba ka kire kwa ebretuom they will demobilize and look at Brafuro. Where's Governmental na yejuma no? Or electronically. From the Office of the Minerals Commission. Yeah, these are interventions of government. It is the same government and I instituted the Blue Water Guard Initiative. Apart from a Juma Air Macron for with a net take home of 1,500 Ghana citizens, they serve as intel groups for the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat. For the first time in the history of Ghana, Yaku Galamsey, under the leadership of Amabua and President Mahama, Yetimanya settled Kenobua, Ninkro Fotimi Kwachi Akromfua, essay and sass in the name of Galamsey, near bribe wom, no match wom, as and the bribe na betre. I go for the time whom say maybe. It is Nkro 4 person said down for don't you have eyes? It's Mohunu. Say Nkro 4 set agenda, and this in penny for Mohunu. Don't you see? Must we come on radio and say this all the time? Don't you see? So, media, maybe Maria Usia.
Okay.
Maybe Maria Usia. I'll be proud. Say, a room say young Crawford defend the NDC. Ne mema crack come and utum because of emotional blackmail. A certain Yasantua in the person of Maria Usi, Eswale Kasai. I'm sorry, Kasai. And me, I'm charging the youth of NDC. Yeah, me say a radipe. Ni be campaign. Na NDC grassroots person me lead one more bem. And you radipa. You be in the support. The most important thing me say, yam kosun kano crunch to me na NDC in kosun. Look, yeah, I buy we buy a 150 million. I know, sir, there are some accoutrement be here, say be able honor enyankoye. There's this place, Sammy, on my reclamation, about 800 hectares. Maybe just that one, I've forgotten that place. 800 hectares, on my reclaiming as is it Nyanko something? 800 hectares. I beg your pardon. Oh, da opentem na be shawase it's here.
I remember.
The government has successfully reclaimed 800 acres, I beg your pardon, acres of Galamsey degraded land, not hectares, acres of Galamsey degraded land at Nyankumasi, our Ashanti region. These are some of the interventions the government have done. With absconded, and then you for I'm starting new mining. Security zones, you declare bebra, and then you deploy soldiers setting room. I buy in your debut. But who say? What time for Sawasa? What channel pa? Demum. So what time could ra? I judge in America.
Okay. Nana Otu Dako. Me that's it.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.